Thank you, Milton, Erica, and everybody at VSee. It's been wonderful working with all of you to push our initiatives forward in an aesthetic environment. And as the slide says up here, we work in the aesthetic evaluation industry. And what that means is that what we do is that we evaluate patients seeking treatments at medical spas to provide them with good faith evaluations prior to receiving that treatment at the center. That is what we do, and that's very strange there. We'll go to the next slide. All right, well, I'll just keep talking instead of using the slides. So that's what we do. And so the big picture is that the aesthetic industry right now is a $3.97 billion industry currently, with over 4,200 medical spas currently with an 8% projected growth rate. And so what we have done is that we have entered into that marketplace to handle one specific aspect of care, providing compliance for medical spas to ensure that every patient that they are seeing throughout their network gets this valuable good faith evaluation. And that's the problem. What's happening across the country is that medical spas don't know that they need to do this service. They don't understand that patients need prior treatment approval. So nurses, what they're doing is that they're providing these treatments, essentially providing care without getting a MD, NP, or PA to approve them for this particular treatment. So acting without supervision. So nurses are getting arrested, doctors are losing their licenses, and medical spas are being closed. And so that's where we stepped into the marketplace. So what we provide is a telehealth on-demand network with integrated practitioners that are incredibly trained in aesthetic medicine to take them through a patient running through contraindications to ensure that they do not have any indication that prevents them from receiving the treatment. We use a distinctive approach to service delivery, process development, and data analytics, which drives our network forward. And we do this so that we can provide a cost-effective and appropriate good faith evaluation to our medical spas. We are truly on demand, 100%. That means that we are in front of the computer waiting for our clients to contact us, and that's one of our mottos right there. We'll be there when we're needed, wait when we're not, and approve on demand. Our current wait time is 72 seconds. That means when one of our clients enters into our waiting room to approve a patient, they only have to wait 72 seconds. I don't know of any other telemedicine business currently right now in the space that offers that rapid delivery of healthcare in an approval scenario. We approve over 200 treatments, and we see 5,000 patients on average a month currently. We see so many patients every single minute that we have our pulse on VSee's network. So much so that Harry and I have become best friends, and this is the first time that I've met him, because we continually in communication with them to ensure that we understand where their network is, what latency problems might be happening from a client side, from our side, from VSee side, to ensure that that visit is taken care of. And we do this because VSee has been a critical factor in our development. And we do this by using handlers, support, and control supervisors. And what that means, just from a VSee technology standpoint, which I'm assuming most of you have seen or used their clinical program, is that when patients enter our room, we have handlers that can see what wait times are going on, how long they've been waiting, when do we need to direct the provider to that particular client's office to ensure our service level agreement of 72 seconds is met. We then know, based on connection speeds that are given to us by VSee, to know if there's a latency problem on our client's side, what can we do? And we shove them off to a technical support agent. Once that technical support agent has determined that their connection speed is good, we bring in, using VSee's add participant, right into the evaluation so that they can take care of that. And then we have a control supervisor that manages the whole aspect of this program so that we can look at the data and determine the effectiveness of our program and how we do it. So we use a fluid clinical advancement process to our telehealth program by applying an agile software development program to it. And what that means is that we use AI to determine on a moment's notice if a new procedure has been added, what we can do, and send it directly over to the provider inside the note. And so you can see behind a copy of our note, and you can see right below down there it says do not clear. So if a new procedure has come out, which in the aesthetic marketplace, new technology is dropping every single day. So we have to make sure that we can approve for that procedure, know what the contraindications are, train our staff appropriately, and send them the information in an instant so that it populates the note, so that the decision matrix is on there so that we know what we can do and what we can't. These are our numbers just from a day. And so we use data analytics to drive our network. We know when our patients are entering into the room. We know what hours they're entering, how many come in. We see what days a week are the best so that we can staff appropriately, have the number of providers on there. And it's incredibly important in an emerging market, especially for a startup, to have all of these numbers so that we can direct how we're going to do things, when we're going to add in more providers, how we're going to expand into a new state, how we need to use the VSee technology to ensure our compliance with not only medical board standards of care, but also growth factors. So, like we said, patient wait times, we're at 72 seconds. On average, the moment that they enter in, we see them. We have approved currently for over 125,000 treatments. We're on track to approve for more than 60,000 patients just this year alone, and double that in treatments. We started 7 years ago at around 12 patients a day. We started using other telehealth technology that didn't work out for us. What has enabled us to have that rapid growth is the partnership that we have with VSee. It has enabled us to manage our business appropriately in a telehealth environment from 12 patients a day to now 250 patients a day. And our growth rate after that is going to be gigantic. We're looking at double, triple by next quarter. Because the industry is growing and because people are becoming more conscious about the way they look. And technology is making it easier to change the way you look aesthetically, from Botox to fillers to laser hair removal to cool sculpting machines to M-Sculpt to all these machines that can manipulate your body. It's valuable currently right now. And so we are in 5, 6 states currently. We're looking by next year that we'll be in 12 to 15. Offering this types of telehealth service. And our motto is never turn a patient away. And that is what's made us so incredibly valuable in the marketplace, is that when you're a client of ours and you don't have coverage from your internal nurse practitioner, physician, or physician assistant, you use our service so that you never have to let that money leave the door. You can always capture that sale because you always have a provider as a third-party indicator to determine that whether or not this patient is appropriate for the treatment that they're receiving. I could not do this alone. I have a wonderful team that I work with. And I say this statement over and over and over again to my team, and I know that they're sick and tired of hearing it, but it's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I think not only does that apply to our business, but that applies to telehealth industry as a whole. And all the discussions that I've been seeing for the last 2 days have been wonderful because it brings that sense of togetherness here. That if we keep pushing the initiatives of telehealth and we keep making more and more people aware that this is a standard aspect of care, that this industry will continue to grow. And so I thank you for your time today, and I'll be more than happy to take some questions if you'd like. Okay, I'm not going to take off my shirt, so anybody. Yes?
How much do you charge for?
So we are a subscription model. So we work with the doctor directly, not their patients. So we never charge a patient anything. So we subscription model, and it bases on patient volumes, things like that. So, and you can look us up at SpaKinect.com to determine the cost.
Maybe I have one last question.
Oh, what?
But you can ask me.
Of course.
Every state regulations are different, so how you work in different states, you know?
We have a compliance department that determines the viability of our program on a state-to-state basis. And so from California to Texas to North Carolina to Washington, there are different regulations on what we can approve for, what is required for us to approve, and whether or not they need to have an approval at all. Great. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
It's so nice having a stage. In fact, you probably know that if you go to like things like HIMSS, American Telemedicine, you hear all the talk, you see big healthcare system, you look at their usage number, right? They kick their butt by a huge number. It's like literally, it's like the whole industry should learn from what you guys do, all these little details.
Yeah, no, the triage environment is just, we really tax your bandwidth there. Thank you, Milton, very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.